Hey everyone, Mr. Ellison here with Eastside Construction, looking at the nail gun today. This particular nail gun is what's called a brad nail. It shoots a slightly smaller nail. This is what we're going to be using in the shop this year. This is what we're going to cover for the time being. All of the guns, though, have very similar safety issues that you have to pay attention to. Some of the key safety issues, of course, as with everything, your personal protection equipment is on, especially your eyeglasses, as always, making sure that your eyes are protected from any nail that might go awry. Also, when using a nail gun, be very careful not to ever have your finger on the trigger, right? If you're carrying it around, even when it's not connected to the hose, that trigger, you should just get used to carrying it by the handle and not ever touching that trigger until you're ready to shoot the nail that you're trying to put into your material. One of the things I will say, and one of the problems we have is this is called a gun, right? And so students often get tempted to joke around by pointing it at people, all right? Even if you are joking, all right, this will be means for expulsion from the class. So it is very important that you maintain proper shop etiquette. Never use any tool in here as a weapon, or even play like you're going to use as a weapon, right? Just another little quick reminder there, but especially with this machine. Let's look at how we load it and then how we fire it safely. Again, this is our compressed air hose, right? With it disconnected, we're going to make these modifications. We're going to add these, the different nails we want to use. All right, so in order for this gun to load the nails, we have a little clip down here with my thumb. I'm going to push that clip and slide open that, that hatch. Right. When I do so, I hear I'm empty. Don't ever assume that there's nails in there, so you don't want to dry fire a gun. And so in this case, I'm completely empty. I'm going to select the nail size that I want, and I want to make sure that they are the appropriate nail for this gun, this 15 gauge brad nail. Two different parts of the nail itself. We have the head, right, and then we have the points, right? Make sure we're putting this in the correct direction. You never want to put it in head first. You always want to put it in point first, right? Putting it all the way up front against that rail, right? We don't want to put it in the back here. We want to put it all the way up front, and you can push it up kind of sideways. And then when you put the clip back into place, you will hear it click into place, right? And so your nails are set and ready to fire. Point's going forward, the head's going backwards. All right. Again, keeping in mind not to have any finger on the trigger. You can connect your air hose by pulling that sleeve down and putting it into the connector. And now my gun's live. It's ready to shoot, ready to fire. It's especially important right now that I'm very careful with it. Never leave it unattended with that hose connected, all right? This thing is ready to shoot, okay? So whatever my material might be, I am going to use this to drive these nails in. I only want to shoot one nail at a time. I want to make complete contact with the wood, pressing just lightly down into my material, and then pulling the trigger once. Letting it go immediately, and it will send the nail all the way through. You can kind of see there at the bottom, just for the example. Again, don't shoot more than one nail. Don't hold the trigger down. Shoot one and move to the next spot where you want to shoot. When you are finished, you do not need to take the nails out necessarily, but I do want you to always disconnect the air hose when you are walking away from the nail gun to make sure that if someone else comes up and bumps it, they're not accidentally going to get a nail fired.